We visited the Reptile Garden near Rapid City, South Dakota in the fall of 2019. If you would like to get notices when I post again, be sure to subscribe right here. Just click on that button. Here in the center is where the Reptile Garden is located outside Rapid City. And these are its 10 acres that it covers. It was opened on June 3rd, 1937, and is the world's largest reptile zoo. It's closed during the winter, and I rate it as a small 8 because it has a great variety of reptiles, but it is a small area. The Reptile Garden. This supposedly has the largest reptile collection in the world. We're going to spend a few hours here. We're going to follow this route. We're going to see the reptile show, walk around to look at the rest of the park, then come back and see the bird show before looking in the dome and then leaving. The grounds are exquisitely landscaped, and let's look at them just a little bit before we head into the shows. The first show we'll see is the snake show.
Basically, this is going to be South America's version of our garter snake. Except theirs gets a little bigger than ours does.
Just a little.
With these guys though, snakes have a very bad reputation. Everything's cold. These guys also smell using their tongue. So when snakes stick their forked tongue out, what they're doing is picking up tiny particles from in the air. They bring them into their mouth to a special organ in the upper jaw. It's called the Jacobson's organ. And it's going to be their most important sense. They do use that sense of smell with all their other ones, especially when they're trying to identify their food. Now the way we kind of work through this show, reach up to about 20 feet long, about 200 pounds. These guys are non-venomous, but do prefer to kill their prey, and they're going to do that through constriction. So this snake's going to strike out, it will grab the animal and start to throw coils around it. When the animal exhales, the snake can sense that. They're going to tighten those coils up. So when we handle venomous snakes out here, we do always use a snake hook. So this thing's called, its job is to essentially prevent me from getting bit. So it does that in one of two ways. We usually just use it to handle the snake, keeps their heads away from our body. But if it does ever get to a point that there is a snake out here, it's striking at me and I'm seriously afraid I'm going to get bit, this just makes it real easy to scoop it up and flick it to you guys. So, not worried about getting bit. Your water bowl. So this is called a mangrove snake. These guys are found in the southeastern parts of Asia. Now since its rear fang, the snake can't actually truly inject its venom. Instead, it does have very large teeth. There are grooves or channels down the sides of their teeth. They have to bite their prey, work the animal to the back of the mouth where the fangs are located, and then just have to hang on to it. They have to let the venom run out of the glands, down the channels in the teeth, and into the wound that's made. So that's the first group. The second group, they're called the elapids. Now the elapids, they're the snakes like your cobras, the coral snakes, the mambas, and the taipans. So just to name a few of them. Now their fangs are a little bit different. For starters, they are found at the front of their mouth and they're also fixed permanently straight. Their fangs are a hollowed out tube that is connected to a venom ducting gland. You actually find a muscle right on top of the venom gland, allows it to function like a hypodermic needle. So they actually bite down, the venom's injected into the prey, and then you stop. Yeah. So this is the cottonmouth. Another name for it is the water moccasin. Same snake, there's just different common names for it. Now with cottonmouth, they do get their name from the coloring of their mouth. It's very original. So in this snake's actually a white line at inside. We're going to talk about the snake that actually kills most people each year. We do have that right here for you. King cobra specifically. So you guys are right on those lines. This isn't a king cobra.
Oh my gosh.
But this one is a type of cobra. It's called an Asiatic or a monocled cobra. It gets its name because of a very large circle or a spot on the back of its hood. Kind of looks like an eye or a monocle. When we're talking about cobras, people start to think of snake charmers. The problem is, snakes have no South Dakota. At the same time, it is possible to live your entire life in this state and never actually see one. With the rattlesnakes though, there are lots of myths. For starters, people think that you can get the age of this snake.
After the snake show, we head over to the Aldebra tortoise house where we can watch them for a while. Next we go to the bird show. We're going to find out about raptors.
Does anyone have a good idea of what it is?
Red-tailed hawk.
Red-tailed hawk, yes it is. Oh, you're gonna go. Yeah. 85% of my job right there. But it is a red-tailed hawk. His name is Harley. We have him here, able to see 8 times better than we can. And that means he can spot a rabbit from about a mile away. And not only that, so this lovely lady is Maravilla. She is a yellow-headed vulture, and they're native to Central and South America. And that's where her flat feet come to play. Oh, that feels very wondrous and very nice. As those flat feet actually add perfect leverage for digging into the... There we go.
Borneo.
So here we have Willow, and he is a European barn owl, although he is native. So here I have Jasper. He is a Eurasian eagle owl. They're commonly confused with the great horns that are here throughout the United States. But these guys are native to parts of Europe, Asia, and a little bit of Africa. They are considered to be one of the largest owl species in the world, and they can have up to a 6.5-foot wingspan and weigh close to around 9 pounds. Jasper is only around 4.5.
The majority of the collection is inside the dome, so we're just going to walk around and look at the animals and their some. The center part of the dome is a garden and has many animals running wild within it, especially lizards. It also is beautifully landscaped with lots of orchids. And now it's time to hit the gift shop and get back in the car. It's still raining, and head back to Rapid City. This is the end of this video.